Now at 6, a historic Pittsburgh building gets a new life thanks to some gorillas. Plus, the mayor of Junction hosted last night's council meeting despite the council's vote to suspend him. And a historic museum in southeast Kansas brings out the kids to celebrate Wacky Wednesday.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A developing story out of Neosho County, Kansas tonight. One juvenile is dead and authorities are searching for another after a train pedestrian accident this afternoon. This is KOIM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Happened at the Trestle Railroad Bridge over the Neosho River south of Erie, Kansas. Sheriff Greg Taylor says 2 juveniles were walking along the bridge when they were hit by a train. Authorities have recovered one body. They're searching for that second juvenile. State officials are helping with a ground and air search right now. The sheriff says the Neosho River is high, makes the conditions harder to deal with. He asks that the public steer clear of the area. The sheriff says the families have been notified and law officers' hearts go out to them. Let's check in with meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, after all the severe weather that we got last night, things looking better for us this evening. We do still have some isolated little thunderstorms out there. See a couple pushing east. One little guy moving into northern parts of Cherokee County. Another one is rolling into our northern county. So these are going to be kind of hit and miss as we go through the next couple hours. Not that big of a deal, but you may get some thunder, some lightning, and some quick downpours as these rotate through central parts of Missouri. So let me take you through time. So a couple hit and miss little guys out there over the next few hours. Another little batch of scattered showers pushing through. So here's about 11:30, and then the rest of the night is pretty calm. Temperatures out there, most of us low to mid 80s. As we go through the evening hours, we slide back through the 70s, warming up a bit the next few days. We'll look at that here in a bit.
See you soon. If you visit downtown Pittsburgh, you'll see construction underway at the site of the historic Best Hotel. It's part of the Gorilla Rising project by Pittsburgh State University. Floors 2 through 13 at the Best will be turned into student housing with 57 apartments and 62 beds. The lower level will offer a commercial space as well as the PSU Center for Reading and the Kansas Small Business Development Center. Crossland Construction is working on the Best construction interns from PSU. Those involved say it's an honor to give new life to the historic building.
From what we've seen, this building wasn't probably 10 to 15 years from having some major structural issues before we started rehabbing it, fixing it, stopping some of the water intrusion areas.
This is the first building you see whenever you walk or whenever you drive into Pittsburgh, and it's going to be really cool being able to drive through it in the future and being able to point at the biggest building in Pittsburgh saying, hey, I helped remodel that to my kids.
The project is expected to be complete in August of 2026. We're going to show you a lot more and have more details on the future of the Best Hotel tonight on KOIM News at 10. In a turn of events, Junction Mayor Mike Moss was back in the chair at last night's City Council meeting just days after the council voted to suspend him. The discussion to suspend Mayor Moss started during the May 20th City Council meeting. Councilmember James Shanks had filed a complaint alleging Moss made inappropriate comments about female city employees. The council unanimously agreed to hire Lauber Municipal Law to investigate the complaint. During the June 3rd meeting, council members voted 6-2 to suspend the mayor. However, 2 days later, Moss was back at work in the mayor's office. City Administrator Steve Lauber confirmed the motion to suspend Moss was unlawful under city code. Both the city attorney and outside legal counsel supported Lauber's decision. Southwest Missouri Law Enforcement Agency will soon join a television documentary series. The McDonald County Sheriff's Office will appear on this series On Patrol Live on the Reels channel. The department will make its first appearance on the show this Friday night, live from 9 p.m. to midnight, then again on Saturday night at the same time. The show provides minute-by-minute live analysis as the show documents the everyday work of law enforcement officers on patrol from diverse departments across America. In reference to joining the show, Sheriff Robert Evanson said in part, McDonald County is a great community that backs their law enforcement. Showing what our officers go through will also illustrate to the public how much officers truly care about them and the county, including visitors who know they can come here and have a safe and fun time. The McDonald County Sheriff's Office handles approximately 15,000 calls a year. The Joplin Outlaws take on their Mid-America League rival Sherman Shadowcats. John Dales has a preview coming up later in sports. But up first, a haven for local teams gets an upgrade.
Turnaround Ranch gets a major upgrade. I'm Lonnie Walton in Joplin. I'll have that story coming up.
A ribbon cutting and celebrations for renovations at Turnaround Ranch in Joplin took place this afternoon. The facility provides young adults with the skills they need to express their emotions in ways that are both socially and culturally acceptable. As KOAM's Lonnie Walton reports, organizers say the renovation has been in the works for 4 years.
Leaders say Turnaround Ranch not only educates young adults, but it's much needed in the community.
We are pretty close to full.
Matt Fry is the president of Freeman Hospital in Joplin. He says the need for mental health is right in our backyard.
A dire need, and you know that's a sad reality, but it is a reality nonetheless.
Vicki Meisler is the CEO of the Ozark Center. She says several kids throughout the community come from broken homes. She says it's time to put those homes back together.
Transformation was really about bringing the facilities up to the level of clinical care that we've always provided here, just to get a higher quality of living for these kids.
And the facility is getting major upgrades in activity areas, the family center, and one of Meisler's favorites, the cottages.
Their bedrooms are private and their bathrooms are private. Before they had group bathrooms, so they had to shower, at the same time.
Meisler also says there's several projects still in the works.
To refinish this tennis court we're having our tent sit on today, and to finish off the baseball diamond and field.
Fry says it's all for a better mind.
Truly allowing for them to begin down the journey of healing.
And many of the residents we spoke to says this place feels like home. Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Turnaround Ranch says they only accept residents in Missouri that complete an evaluation upon entry. A little bit later, a spiritual staple in Carthage celebrates the anniversary of its opening and dedication.
Plus, our temperatures start to heat back up next few days. We're going to look at that coming up. Thankfully, a drier day for us today after heavy amounts of rain last night, showers, thunderstorms, severe weather that pushed through the region. We've still had some isolated guys out there throughout the afternoon, and still even a couple little guys kind of pushing east right now, but very few across the region. Very isolated, and that's what we are going to see as we go through the rest of the evening hours. So one guy, northern parts of Cherokee County. We do have a couple little more that are sliding into our northern counties. Besides that, we are looking pretty good. So any that are out there, they'll be kind of hit and miss as we go through the next few hours. Another little batch kind of slides through southwestern Missouri. So this is 10, 11, midnight. And then we're pretty quiet as we go through the rest of the night. We'll clear out. Looks great. Nice shot. Downtown Joplin, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex, looking northeast from 7th and Joplin Street. Temperatures right now sitting into lower 80s, mid 80s once you get into our western counties. Through the evening hours, we slide back through the 70s, and again, we are going to have a couple random showers out there. But as we go down the road, warming upper 80s next few days, temperatures near 90 by the time we head into the weekend. I think we'll be topping out right around 90 to 91 degrees. We are going to see some thunderstorms returning next week, but more of a summer variety, kind of afternoon pop-up storms, but also staying upper 80s to near 90 next week. What caused all of our severe weather? Upper level wave pushing out of here. So watch it move east. High pressure moves in. We stay pretty much high and dry as long as we are influenced by the area of high pressure. However, as we get into the second half of the weekend, it starts to shove off toward the east. And it kind of sits there next week and eventually breaks down. But on the back side, you get that Gulf moisture right into the Central Plains, and that brings back chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, after midnight tonight, pretty quiet. as we start your day, mid to upper 60s. Then quite a bit of sunshine. Look at this. Lower 80s by noon. Let me take you to about 4:30 or 5 p.m. 88, 87, 89 degrees. Temperatures just a smidge above where they should be for this time of the year. As we go into tomorrow night, we'll get a few clouds due to some thunderstorms out to the west. We just get the clouds. And then heading into Friday afternoon, also looking pretty good. 88, 89, 90 degrees by the time Friday afternoon rolls around. 69 to start, 83 by noon. Let's go for a high temp of 88 on your Thursday. Heading into the weekend, look at this, about 90, 91, 92 degrees. But we're going to stay dry on Saturday if you want to hit the lakes or the creeks or streams. On Sunday, also temperatures right around 90 degrees. Then a few thunderstorms will start to re-enter the forecast once we get into early next week. All right, let's go 88 on your Thursday, 90 on Friday, 90 as we head into the weekend. And finally, Dow, much needed, we get at least about a 3 to 4 day break of no chances for rain.
None at all.
It's good.
I mean, some of our soggy lawns might dry out at least a little bit.
We need it.
You bet. Thanks, Doug. Hey, don't forget, you can be the first to know about today's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Wacky Wednesdays are back. The Crawford County Historical Museum brings back its popular summer tradition where kids can enjoy 4 Wednesdays of hands-on fun, laughter, and learning with a brand new theme every week. Today, kids got to interact with a camel, baby goats, and more thanks to Kramer's Petting Zoo from Arcadia. The event also serves as a way to introduce kids to the fun of a museum.
To bring that next generation out to know that, oh, they can come to a museum. It is not all about do not touch signs all over. It's about we really want to get into the spirit of Southeast Kansas, of Crawford County, because we're not all neat and tidy. We're about grit and determination.
Today's theme was Barnyard Bonanza, for obvious reasons. Next Wednesday theme is Life on the Trail. Still ahead, the Arkansas Razorbacks fight to stay alive in the College World Series, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are 1 win away from a championship. John Dales has a preview of Game 6 of the NBA Finals up next in sports.
The Joplin Outlaws have beaten the Sherman Shadowcats in each of their last 2 games, and tonight those 2 teams face each other twice more. It's a doubleheader down in Sherman, Texas. First game just got started at 6:05. Each contest will be 7 innings. The Shadowcats are currently in first place in the Mid-America League. Joplin is in third, but just a game and a half behind for first place. Up at the College World Series, Arkansas baseball has won elimination games each of the past 2 days. They hope to do the same once again tonight. It's an SEC showdown as the Razorbacks are matched up with LSU, who beat them 4-1 on Friday. That was the first game of the tournament for both teams. Now, since it's double elimination, the Tigers still have 2 losses at their disposal. So the Hogs would need to win tonight, then beat LSU again tomorrow in order to advance to the best-of-3 championship series this weekend. In Major League Baseball, the Royals and Cardinals both won last night, and maybe that's a sign that their recent struggles are coming to an end. The Redbirds had lost 7 of their last 8 games before cruising to a 12-2 victory over the White Sox last night. These 2 were supposed to face each other again tonight, but it's been postponed due to rain in the Chicago area. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. The Royals are down in Arlington, Texas. Last night they beat the Rangers 6-1. That snapped a 6-game losing skid. Kansas City enters the night 3 games under 500, but just 2.5 games back of the American League's 3rd wildcard spot. First pitch scheduled for 7:05. And don't forget, you can watch the Royals and Cardinals a handful of times this season on our KOAM network of stations. If you scan this QR code, it'll take you to our website, which has a schedule for all of our Cardinals and Royals broadcasts, the soonest of which is this Friday as the Cardinals take on the Reds at home. That'll be aired on Fox 14. And after falling into a 2-1 deficit in the NBA Finals, the Oklahoma City Thunder have won 2 games in a row. They're now 1 win away from a championship. Game 6 of the NBA Finals is scheduled for tomorrow night at 7:30 in Indianapolis. Two big storylines entering that contest, the first being the health of Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton. He went down with an injury in Game 5. According to ESPN, he was diagnosed with a right calf strain before receiving an MRI yesterday. The second being, can OKC guard Jalen Williams replicate his performance from Monday night, where he scored a playoff career high 40 points?
There's just a lot of highs and lows throughout the series, and you don't get as many texts if you don't play well, so I try and keep that in perspective too. But a lot of it can be really overwhelming if you give a lot of energy to it, so it makes me sound like a jerk. But I try and get back to him after business is done, but a lot of it just trying to put my phone away and spend time with the people that are at the game and here with me.
I have a lot of trust in our medical staff. I have a lot of trust in our organization to make the right decision. I think, there's been many situations through the course of my career where they've trusted me on my body. And you're here more than anybody. I'm questionable from time to time throughout the course of the season.
Questionable is probably a good way of putting his status, but you'd assume season on the line, NBA Finals, Halliburton's going to try and give it a go, but we'll see what ends up happening.
All fans want to see both teams healthy, and that includes Oklahoma City, I'm sure. They want to beat a fully healthy team so they can do that. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Why you should think twice before hitting unsubscribe. It might open the door to cyber threats. We'll explain. Plus, we're going to have more of Pittsburgh's iconic Best Hotel, going to get a more in-depth look inside. And Lamar City Park's basketball courts get a new name honoring a local businessman. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. This is Precious Moments Chapel Day, celebrating the anniversary of the chapel's opening and dedication back in 1989. Community members were invited to participate in family fun, including face painting, also a passport adventure scavenger hunt, and for the first time, story time sessions held in the chapel itself. The celebration brought people of all ages out to enjoy activities and explore the grounds.
Precious moments really means those special times of your life that you just want to hold on to and capture. And that's what Mr. Butcher wanted. He wanted to capture those moments of love and caring and sharing in our lives that we never want to forget, but we will always want to hold on to.
Sam Butcher, of course, the artist and creator of Precious Moments. June 18th is recognized as Precious Moments Chapel Day by the Missouri governor. Precious Moments holds several events throughout the year, including their family reunion event starting on October 8th. If you want to get out to Precious Moments or maybe something else outdoors, this weekend might be a good time.
Yeah, the weekend's going to be great, especially if you want to hit the lakes. I know the water is still very high at most of the lakes or the creeks or streams, but temperature is fantastic, near 90, and we get a chance to dry out a bit.
Final sports notes.
I'll have more from the College World Series later tonight. Arkansas and LSU currently scoreless tie in the bottom of the first.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.